for the record, okay, do you stand by the Kessel hot dog story?
Absolutely, except for the address.
Okay.
And I'll explain what happened that day. It was a day where I was working at TSN because it was trade deadline day. And so I spent the entire day there. And at the end of the day, I have to write a column about Kessel being traded. And about January or February, one of my son's friends had said, every single day when I go out in the afternoon, there's Phil Kessel at the hot dog stand by his condo. And I thought to myself, what a neat lead to sort of explain what it was about Phil Kessel's time in Toronto that didn't make sense, among other things, was his unwillingness to sort of, be
Gary Roberts up.
Yes, well, whether Gary Roberts up or just be, intelligent about being a professional athlete. And so I thought, what a great way to begin the piece, which was about 850 words.
Right.
For the record, the hot dog reference was 2 sentences.
Yeah.
It's not a story. It's not a series of stories, despite what people have written. It's not all these other things.
Right.
And so I phoned the kid to say, where are you? Like, where's the hot dog stand? Now, my version of where are you was, where's the hot dog stand? His version of where are you was where he was at the time.
Okay.
So he gave me the address of where he was at the time. And then the reason I wanted to put the streets down, I grew up reading Mike Lupica in New York. And whenever Mike Lupica wrote about anything in New York, he always referenced it was Broadway and 17th, or he always brought you home.
Nice.
I thought, this is the way you got to write about people in your city, and I've always done that. So I'm going to get the block. Well, I got the block, and I wrote it. One of our editors who lives at that block said, there is no hot dog stand there. The hot dog stand is here. And so she changed the streets. So the streets get changed, and the original streets were wrong. Then she changed them. So there's already been one mistake made.
Right.
If I use the word, he goes to a downtown hot dog vendor every day, there wouldn't have been one word of complaint from anyone. Trying to be too specific and then having a miscommunication with someone got me in a position where I got the streets wrong. And so I know and the funny thing was what happened the day after the column appeared, before any of the Olbermann pension plan puppets, any of the other stuff happened, I happened to be talking to Brendan Shanahan. And Brendan Shanahan had been in the office and he'd read the column. And he said, he walked into the office today and everyone was laughing. And I said, why was everyone laughing? And he said, because they thought I wrote the column. I said, what do you mean they thought you wrote the column? They said, well, were you talking to Steve yesterday?
Yeah.
And he said, no, I haven't talked to him in a couple of weeks. Why? He says, because the column reads like you had written it.